Hello guys. Here is a very quick introduction to SlateOne. SlateOne is a solution which helps companies and organizations measure, track, and develop employee skills. This platform intelligently aggregates and collects skills-based information about employees from all sources, internal and external, to the company, arrives at a quantified skill score, and finally provides a mix of both traditional as well as social learning experience to improve and develop employee skills. As you can see on the screen in front of you, we've kind of pictorially depicted how this platform operates. It collects information from not only internal LMS but also goes out on the social media and collect information about resources. It kind of provides an informal gamification environment to help improve employee skills, and then this information can be used for various purposes. It can be used for learning and training, resource management, and as well as employee engagement. This platform typically is made out of three main features. The most stripped down version is a skills inventory management solution. The version above that has not only skills inventory management but also has a full-fledged learning management system, traditional learning management system, and the full featured product which is in front of you is a combination of all three, which includes the social learning experience as well. In today's demonstration, we are only showing the skills inventory process and also very specific process which includes how the user inputs his skills, how the skills are captured from social environment, how the manager of that particular user approves of that skills, because there is a certain feature on this platform which allows users to add their own self-evaluation. And the other part of the demonstration will include how these skills can be searched by administrators and managers, and how these employees and users can be allocated for either training or active project management processes. So we're going to start by logging in from a user's perspective first. This is a user on the platform. Typically, the invitation process will come from the manager, and once the invitation comes, then that link will be sent out to the employee and he will come and log in onto this platform. He has the ability to synchronize and resynchronize certain profiles. He can synchronize his LinkedIn profile. These are all public profiles. His Blogger profile, his WordPress, his GitHub profile, because all this information finally will come to him in the form of a dashboard for him to not only see his own skills, but others can also see what kind of skills he possesses. So this is a typical user dashboard, which even the manager can see. It's his picture here, his name. These are all editable boxes. You can change all these. This information comes from LinkedIn because it's synced on LinkedIn. He can resync it whenever he wants to. This is the industry breakup experience that he has. These are the Stack Overflow badges, the certifications that he's inputted. These are the skills that he currently has, and this is the kind of improvement, and this is the graph of that particular skill that this person has, based on various analysis, various parameters. The number 123 comes typically from the parameters that the company has decided. It could be total industry experience, it could be employee self-evaluation, the number of vote ups that he's got based on the contributions, the knowledge contributions that he has done, manager's evaluations, and that's how the total skill score comes. He gets to see what kind of self-evaluation he has. He calls themselves level 4, and whether people agree with him or don't, including the managers and peers, and what kind of training he has undergone for that particular skill. Now, these are all features which fall into the training category as well. But we would like to restrict ourselves this demonstration only from a skills perspective, as a skills inventory perspective. This gentleman can add his own skill. For example, let's say he's looking for, he adds a skill called Springs. He selects the years of experience that he has, and the best part about this is that the years of experience is kind of mapped to the total industry experience he has. So if he has, let's say, just about 3 years of experience, his experience in a particular skill cannot cross beyond that. So that is one of the features that we've added. And he can also evaluate himself. He can either do it from level 1 to level 5, or he can quantifiably evaluate himself. He can say that I can execute well, and he can add that. says that skills springs added successfully, and it can feature in his skill. He can go on adding another skill. um, Once that skill is added, it also goes to his manager. So I'm going to actually show you from a manager's perspective how he can kind of approve the person's skills as well. So what I'm showing you is a manager login. These are all dummy email addresses. Sorry about that. So what happens is that this information can come to the manager as well. These are the feeds. So this information comes to the manager. He knows the spring has been added, and he can actually have his opinion whether he agrees or whether he deserves a higher vote or a lower vote. Now this can be customized. You can either say I approve or I don't approve. But when you don't approve, you kind of have an ability whether you want to show the world whether you want him to actually give himself a higher vote or a lower vote. So let's say he agrees, you can reevaluate your opinion, and that information goes back to the person's profile later on. So I'm going to go back to probably the user, and you can see that the skill probably must have been added. He can see his own skills. So there are 9 skills which have been added now. He can see what kind of skills he has, his movements, and the spring skill is also added. So this is basically how skills are added. People can actually add their skills and collect skills from their outside profile. They can also add their own skills. The manager gets kind of gives an approval, and it gets into the system. Very simply, now I'm going to show you from a company's perspective how this works. These are all standard screens, to kind of get the administrator acclimatized. He can add his logo, he can change his logo, he can add a few departments. So without wasting too much of time. So these are all he can check the employee status. He can add his own skills. Many times companies have they can add their own skills. They know that the company has almost about 100 200 skills. They would like to add them directly. These are all the other tabs that these are the parameters that you can set up for the quantified score. For example, every manager of every company probably would have different kinds of parameters that he'd like to set up. He may give a certain importance factor for the LinkedIn information. He could kind of give it a 3 or a 6 or a 7, whichever that he'd like to. So these are all the parameters that kind of make up to the skill score. So all information that is collected by the employee about the employee gets converted using these parameters to a final score, which is which is kind of the score that the company gets. This is the target setting, the skill score target setting. Again, these are all parts of the resource management, rather the training management. I would rather show you the resource management right now to keep it very simple. Let's say I'm looking for resources on PHP. These are all the different kinds of people on PHP. Now you actually get them, based on the score. You get their information listing in an ascending order. What is the average score in PHP? What is his skill score? Whether he should be assigned for a project or he should be assigned for training. If he's assigned for training, what is the percentage of assignment that he needs to have? Maybe let's say 25% in a day. What kind of course that he needs to go? Whether he needs to be assigned for a project for the remaining part of, and what kind of project that he needs to do. So people can actually, managers can actually search for skills within the company. They can have a list of skills, and they can also assign people on projects, and they can assign people on training. The better part about this kind of functionality is also tomorrow an organization may want to show this information to possibly their customers who would like to hire, especially for staffing companies, to get them on their projects. So this is the way they can actually check people's profiles. They can click on a particular person's profile. They can search for the skills that the company has, and they can look for all the information about the user, his skill movement, the kind of badges that he's collected outside, the badges, the certifications that he's collected, his educational qualifications, etc., etc. So this, in all, the basic part about this platform is that this can act like a true skills inventory management solutions as well. Hopefully, this demonstration should accentuate why SlateOne is a very important platform, because it collects information about an employee from all angles, and then it kind of gives a better perspective. So thank you very much, and thank you for your time for listening to me. Thank you.